All right, time is up against us, so we can't take all the questions because the questions are just coming too much. But I'm going to take this one as the last question from my end. Molat Sport Gist at Chubby MO underscore says, Raw, do you focus on inviting foreign-based players just because you can watch them on TV and not the home-based players because you cannot go out to scout them? Is that the reason why only foreign-based players are invited? I know you've answered this question before, but I just need you to repeat it on this.
I answered to this question already, so I don't want to say twice the same thing, please.
All right, so as we are rounding up, I've got my one question that I want to ask you. I've been asking you people's questions since. So the coach of my team, Arsenal, the former coach, who is now working with FIFA, all of a sudden woke up from sleep and decided that, oh, the World Cup is not good every 4 years. Now we should have the World Cup every 2 years. And then FIFA, CAF, and some other federations are buying into that idea. Coach, I want to ask you this. The Arsene Wenger's idea of the World Cup every 2 years, what is your take in relation to players, use of players, the stress of competition, qualifiers, and the rest? Is it an idea that you think is a good idea at this time, or is something that we should kick against?
I think it's very difficult to realize to make a World Cup each 2 years because you don't have the time. The dates are already so many that you don't have the time to do another qualifiers, another tournament, and another playoffs. We don't have the time. We only have 365 days in the year. You cannot play every day. So what is good that the next World Cup after Qatar, there will be more teams to play. And in Africa, for example, we will be 9 and not only 5, which is much more democratic and much more realistic, that you give more chances to the people to participate. But to play all 2 years a World Cup, for me, actually is impossible. You don't have the time. You have to respect the players, the health of the players. And you cannot have teams with 45 players. It's not possible that you change all the time. So I think this proposition is not realistic. We have all 2 years the AFCON already. We have the Olympics already. It's big events. Nigeria has not been qualified for the last Olympics also. And then we have also the under 20, all this, so many competitions that it's impossible for me actually to do a World Cup all 2 years.
Now, Coach, you're a former Bayern player, you are a German. There's something about Bayern. They just have a structure that makes them always very successful. Can you help us get a few secrets that we can learn? What is that thing that make FC Bayern so consistent and so super?
The first secret is that this club has always been led by former players. And the president or the technical director or the owner, there is no owner. The owner are the members. It's an association. They have an organization that is not a business like all other enterprises, all other businesses you have in England or somewhere. Here in Germany, the association must have 51 persons of everything. So that is a guarantee that is not only something to handle to make business. So they have former players like Franz Beckenbauer, who stopped now, but he led the team a long time. Uli Hoeneß, I was very lucky, I played with him, so he invited me to go in his presidential suite for the match against Hoffenheim. So these guys, they managed everything with the experience of high-level players, World Cup winners and everything. Then they have Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, who was president also for a long time now. It's coming Oliver Kahn. It's also, they know football. They are 100% in the football life. And the first idea is, what can I bring into my club to make it better, and not how can I make money. And for me, this is the most important thing for the success of Bayern. Also the infrastructures, they built a campus. I was there yesterday for the under 19 match, 85 million euro. They make an investment for the young, for the future. Musiala is coming from here. So Musiala, I have the regret. He could also play for Nigeria,
Oh
but he
no.
decided to play for this. A wonderful player.
Yeah.
But also they had Alaba from this campus, you know. So I think it's an example. President Pinnick told me to go there and to have a look how they're working and that. I think it's a good example, and so we should try to have the same. But a lot of clubs now, they want to do money at first, you know, and that is a pity a little bit. And I hope that it will change, and more clubs will do like Bayern Munich.
So, Coach, before I let you go, one day you're going to look back and say, I am done. I've done my job in Nigeria. What is that one thing you want to be remembered for? What's that thing that your entire time in Nigeria would be defined by?
Yeah, when I feel that my team doesn't listen no more to what I want, when I feel that I'm tired, that the passion is no more here, when I don't have the results, when I don't go to the AFCON or to the World Cup, so it's already in my contract, they can say goodbye, and me, I can go, I'm free. So this is, I think this is a deal which is very fair. I always accepted this challenge when I signed already in 2016. The contract could be terminated if we don't go to the World Cup with Zambia, Cameroon, Algeria in the group. I accept. A lot of coaches did not accept. They didn't want to come. So yeah, let's try to go to these big competitions with a good team, who's giving a good image of Nigeria. In the last World Cup, we were the youngest team of the world, and we had so many sympathy, so many positive comments in Europe, everywhere about our team. It was wonderful. And the image of the country is so important. It's the most important perhaps in all this football, that you give a good image of your country, of your football, and of your culture. And our players are doing that for the moment. When I see that it's no more the case, I will stop.
All right, thank you very much. We've really taken a lot of your time. Thank you very much. It's been 1 hour talking to you on the show today. We would speak to you again before the next World Cup qualifiers. But until then, Coach, keep doing what you know how to do. Keep being you, and always try to stay safe. I know you've done your your vaccination, but please stay safe. Like you said, Julian Nagelsmann have done his vaccination, but then he still caught it. So stay safe and be the very best of yourself. Have a nice day.
Thank you, you too. Goodbye to everybody.
All right, Coach. Goodbye.
Yeah, it was a nice time hanging out with the coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Gernot Rohr, Emmanuel Sebastian. And I'm going to say I'm sorry to everybody. I didn't expect that we would have this much questions coming in. It was...
There's still more we didn't even ask, but we have to say we're sorry to those who sent the questions. Now we couldn't get it across. I mean, you know, a lot of people were even surprised Rohr could stay till this time. I mean, this was 1 hour long.
If it is this platform, it would stay.
So it's, you know,
sometimes you just have to put your platform in such a way that people can respect it. That's just the truth of the matter. And we might be a young platform, but I mean, we try not to be petty with these people. So I'm always saying that I'm not surprised that people stay on with us for 1 hour. I remember when I interviewed, the last interview with Martin Tyler, and he was asking me, how long is it going to be? I said 1 hour minimum. And he said, can you ask questions for 1 hour? I said, don't worry, when the time comes. He said, he's never done any interview with anybody, even in the UK, that after 30 minutes, people run out of questions. I said, me, are you sure about that? Okay, I was born to talk. I was born for this gig, you know. And we spoke and spoke and spoke and spoke. And it was beautiful. So I'm going to try and bring Amaju Pinnick next week, Tuesday. Now, listen, you guys just ask the question. Trying to understand how difficult this job is. I don't control Amaju's schedule. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, he's my boy. I'm just going to call, hey, Amaju, come here. No, that's not going to happen. But I'm going to try my best to bring him on. I wanted to bring him into the live studio, but then I realized that the place where we are, our location is a bit of a disadvantage. Let's accept it. We live, off the island. Nobody's going to drive and stress themselves for you. So we're going to try and bring him via Zoom again, the way we did with Gernot Rohr. First date on the calendar is next week Tuesday, because I like it when Emmanuel Sebastian is here. It's kind of like he's my speed force. Okay, it makes it easy for me, and we'll try next week Tuesday. If next week Tuesday does not work, okay, if next week Tuesday does not work, we'll try the Tuesday after. And people will say, why Tuesday? Because Tuesday is dedicated on this show to Nigerian football, right? It's Nigerian completely, so we can use that as the time to do all of that. I want to say massive thank you to our producer Kalejayi Ahmed. Without you, I don't know, our YouTube channel would have been dead. So thank you very much for always being there, and please learn to put your name on the end credit. He's always not doing it. Thank you very much, Emmanuel Sebastian. Thank you to the fans for making this show a reality. I mean, I look at the graph of listeners on radio.
Yeah, a lot of people
were
listening.
Like, wait, did we create this thing and people are passionate?
I want to give a massive shout out to the Nigeria Footballers platform, the chat room. Most of them sent in some wonderful questions. So shout out to everyone who tuned in and who've sent in questions. And we'll do more of this, hopefully. We
will do more of these, and we'll also try as much as possible to get a few of the players. But you know that dealing with Nigerian players is the most difficult thing. If you've ever tried to deal with them and working with time, Gernot Rohr, I can always deal with him because he understands timing and the rest of them. But then a few other people will be difficult. But thank you very much for your time. Thank you for the support. Emmanuel Sebastian is still here with the Nigerian Players GPS show. That show, for me, if you're not listening to it, you have no right asking questions. Just like the person who has a question about Ezenwa. I knew it was a wrong question, but I need to ask the question because for me, it shows that guy
was not following
following Nigerian football. But these are the kind of people that will be on radio, calling in on radio and tell you that.
Even on Twitter, I had to correct a guy. He mentioned Sadiq Kumar, like he's not getting invited. And I had to tell him this guy has been invited twice, but due to club involvement, he wasn't allowed to link up with the team. So, people just ask questions, but, at the end of the day, you just have to trade out there.
You are listening to ELEGBETE TV Radio.